biology. Already 2 videos are uploaded on this lesson. So this is the third part of the lesson what I am going to teach you about the food chain. Okay, what is food chain? What is the definition of the food chain? Okay, the producers and the consumers. The producers and the consumers are involved in nutritional relationship where in which the organisms eat other organisms and in turn are being eaten Okay, so that is the food chain. Through food chain only there is energy flow in the ecosystem. Energy is flowing from one level to the another level in the ecosystem. For example, this is grass. Grass is termed as what? Producers. This and all I showed you in the previous class. I explained you in the previous class. Grass is termed as producer. Grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grasshopper is termed as primary consumer. Primary consumer because this is the first organism to eat, not to prepare the food. This is the first heterotrophic organism. So it is a primary consumer. Grass is producer. Why? Because it is an autotroph. It can prepare its own food. Then next we have grasshopper is eaten by frog. Frog becomes the secondary consumer. Frog is eaten by eagle or snake or anything that becomes what? Or lizard or anything that becomes a tertiary consumer. So you can see here the organisms are eating the other living organisms and in turn being eaten. Grasshopper eats grass. In turn grasshopper is eaten by frog. Frog eats grasshopper. In turn frog is eaten by eagle. Okay, like that it continues, the chain continues. So this is known as what? This is known as the food chain. So you can see that the producers and the consumers are involved in nutritional relationship where one organism eating the other and in turn being eaten by the other organism. Such a relationship is known as what? Food chain. Okay, we have different types of food chain here. The first one is the grazing or herbivorous food chain. Okay, herbivorous food chain. Herbivorous food chain means what? In which the primary consumer is a herbivore. Herbivorous food chain. Herbivorous food chain. Food chain. What is herbivorous food chain? In which the primary consumer should be a grass eating animal. For example, grass. Grass is eaten by rabbit. Okay. Rabbit is eaten by anything you can say wolf. Okay. So you see here the primary consumer is a herbivore. It is only a grass eating animal, a grazing food chain. So that kind of food chain is known as what? Herbivorous food chain. The next is detritivorous food chain. Detritivorous food chain. Detritus means what? The decaying matter. In the food chain, primary consumer is a detrivore. Ants, termites, earthworms, millipedes and crabs are called detrivores because they feed on detritus, fallen leaves, decaying organic matter of plants or animals. Okay, so such type of organisms in which the primary consumer is a detritivore, such this thing is known as a detrivorous food chain. For example, one type of food chain is what? Detritus. Detritus is what? It may be the fallen leaves, okay, any waste from the plants or animal waste, okay, organic decaying dying animals, they are waste and all, okay, that is eaten by the earthworm. What is given there? Earthworm. Earthworm is eaten by the birds. Earthworm is eaten by the birds, okay. So that is the detritivorous food chain in which the primary consumer is the detritivore. Detritivore is such an organism which feed on the organic waste of plants or animals. Okay, the third type of food chain what we have is the parasitic food chain. Parasitic food chain. Parasitic food chain. Parasitic food chain is a type of food chain in which the organism, one or the other organism is a parasite. Parasite means what? The organism which feed on other organism, living organism. They feed on the living organism for their nutrition. They derive nutrition. They live on the body of the living organism and they take the food from that. Okay, such organisms are known as parasites. For example, small ticks and mites living on the body of the mammals like birds, dog, cats and all, not birds. Some of the fungus living on the mites or the small insects which are found on the bird's body. Okay, so those are what? Parasites. Example we will see here, tree. On tree what is there? Fruit eating birds. Birds will live on tree. Okay, on these birds there are ticks and mites, small lice also you can say, small insects. On those lice some fungus will grow. The fungus will take nutrition from this lice. Lice is a parasite on birds. Okay, so bird we cannot say it is a parasite. Tree is a producer here. Tree is a producer which produce plants, which produce food for itself and for the other organism. Tree is a producer. On tree birds will live. They dwell on the trees for the fruits and all. They eat the fruits. On the bird small insects will be there. Ticks, mites and all will be there. Okay, which will feed from the bird's body, which derive the nutrition from the bird's body. On the body of these lice, fungus will be there. Okay, fungus take the nutrition from the lice. So you can see here, you can see lice and fungus are the parasites. They are living on the body of the other living organism and taking their food. Such type of food chain is known as parasitic food chain. Okay, the next is what is food web. Okay, what is food web? The complex network. The complex network of interconnected food chain is food web. Okay, food web, the complex network of interconnected food chain. Many food chains occur in nature. You cannot restrict. The grass should be eaten by grasshopper only. The grass should be eaten by rabbits only. This will not happen. Many herbivorous animals are there which feed on grass. Many grazing animals are there which feed on grass. So it is because of the food variety, because of the varieties of animals, different species of animals, different types of herbivores are there. So because of the variety of animals, there are many food chains which exist in the nature. So those interconnected food chains is known as what? Food web. For example, I will draw and show you the food web. So here you can see here, there is interconnection of food chain, many food chains connected together to form a food web, we can say. The grass may be eaten by rabbit also. Grass may be eaten. So here is one chain here, food chain here. Grass is eaten by rabbit, rabbit is eaten by wolf. Grass is eaten by grasshopper, grasshopper is eaten by lizard, lizard is eaten by wolf. Okay, grass is eaten by this one. We can say one more, insects. Insects are eaten by frog, frog is eaten by lizard, lizard is eaten by wolf. Okay, grass is eaten by goat, goat is eaten by wolf. So you can see here many food chains are there here which are interconnected to each other. So such type of interconnection of food chain, okay, such type of interconnection of food chain or the complex network of food chain is known as what? It is known as the food web. Okay, so this is the thing what is happening in the ecosystem. Okay, there is interconnection of food chain. One food cannot be restricted by any one animal. It may be the food for the many animals also. So in that case, you will find a food web in the ecosystem. So during the transfer of the food at each level we can see, each trophic level, whatever the level we can see here, 100% of food or the 100% of energy is not getting transferred from one trophic level to another trophic level. Most of the energy will be wasted in the form of heat. When you see the grass here, okay, all the grass, whatever the grass is there in the particular area, whichever is eaten, it will not be used by the rabbit to do some useful work. Whatever the food it is eating, some of the food may be wasted also, and whatever the food it is eating, it may be used in the form of liberating heat also, which is waste to the environment. So we cannot say that energy flow, the food which is flowing in the different trophic levels, 100% there is flow of food energy in the ecosystem, because in each trophic level energy is lost in the form of heat. Okay, at each trophic level energy is lost in the form of heat, so there is no 100% energy transferred in the ecosystem. 10% energy only will be transferred. 90% of the energy will be wasted as heat. And energy flow is unidirectional. It flows in one direction only. Okay, from grass to rabbit, rabbit to grass, like this the food energy or the food is flowing or the energy is flowing. Again it cannot reverse it back. From wolf it cannot come to rabbit, from rabbit to grass it cannot take place like that. Okay, so that is what the food energy flows in unidirectional way. In the unidirectional way, that is in one direction only. So that was about the concept of the energy level. Now we will see about the pyramids. So this food chain, whatever the food chain we are drawing, the trophic levels in the food chain, the first trophic level, grass. Grass is the first trophic level. First trophic level. Then grasshopper. Grasshopper comes in the second trophic level. Then we have frog. Okay, that is the third trophic level. Then we have eagle. That is the fourth trophic level. If we are representing these trophic levels in the form of pyramid, then it is known as pyramid. Okay, it is known as the pyramid of number, whatever you are indicating here. If you are indicating the number here, so for example you see here, this is the pyramid of number. So when you consider the number of grasses will be more only. Okay, you cannot sit and count the number of grasses. The amount of grass or the number of grass present in a given area will be more. So its number is more, means it occupies at the base of the pyramid. Grass is placed at the base of the pyramid. Pyramid means what? Which is in the form of triangle. This is pyramid. Here grass is there. Why grass is placed here? Because its number is more. Okay. Then comes the grasshopper. When compared to grass, the number of grasshoppers are less. When compared to grass, the number of grasshoppers will be less, which are feeding on the grass. So it occupies the next level in the pyramid. Then next comes the frog. This is grasshopper. This is the frogs. When compared to frogs, when compared to grasshopper, the number of frogs will be less. So it occupies the next level. Then comes the eagle or the next organism. Okay. So when compared to frogs, the number of eagles will be less. So if the pyramid is constructed considering the numbers of the organism, then it is the upright pyramid. This pyramid is upright. means straight. It is the upright pyramid. This is the pyramid of number, which shows how the number of organisms are decreasing from the base of the pyramid to the peak of the top of the pyramid. This is the pyramid of number, showing the number of organisms in each trophic level. The next we have the pyramid of inverted pyramid of number. Inverted pyramid of number, how it will be? If the number is going on increasing, okay, the number is increasing here. For example, tree we say, okay, on tree birds will be more in number. The number of lice. On that again you cannot account for the number of fungus which are microscopic, which are more in number. So this is what? This is the inverted pyramid of number. Inverted like this. Here comes a tree. Here comes the birds which are more in number. This is one tree. On one tree many birds will sit. Okay, on the bird's body many insects will be there. You cannot count the number of insects on the birds. So insects will be there. On these insects or bugs and all, fungus will be there which is microscopic, you cannot see. Okay, so that is the number is increasing there. So when the number increases, what will happen? If the number is increasing, you see the pyramid becomes inverted. This is inverted pyramid of number. If the number is decreasing, you will have a upright pyramid of number. So this is what we saw today about the food chain, about the food web and the pyramid, the graphical presentation of the food chain in the form of pyramids. That is the upright pyramid when the number decreases, and the inverted pyramid when the number increases, number of organisms increases. So the notes of this lesson I will be giving you, children. So please take down the notes, listen to the videos carefully. Unless you see the videos, you will not be able to know what you are writing. So first you go through the videos, what we are explaining, listen carefully, replay it again and again and watch the videos. Then you complete your notes in your new class box. Okay. So the remaining part of the lesson, that is the last unit is there. Very less part is there that we will be doing in the next class. Until then, goodbye and thank you.